Alright, let's get started with taking notes for AP World History. Let's first go over the supplies. I've got a pen. You can use pencil or pen, it's up to you. I've got a notebook. It's an A4 sized notebook. Your notes need to be taken on a full-size notebook like this. No computer notes and no notes on a tiny notebook. Next, I've got colored pencils. You'll see the 6 colored pencils that I have here. They need to be this color. We'll go over this later. Also got my textbook. There is a PDF copy that you will have access to. It's up to you whether you use the PDF copy or whether you use the textbook. Those are the basic supplies that you will need for taking notes in this class. First thing I'm going to do in getting started with my notes is write the chapter title at the top of the page and write the chapter number at the top right hand corner. I'm going to write the chapter number at the top right hand corner of every page of my notes so that when I'm going back through my notes I can easily find them. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a vertical line down the first 1/3 of the page. So I'm going to have a third on the left side and 2/3 on the right. The side on the right is where I am going to take bulleted notes based on the content of the reading. And then the part on the left is going to be for free-form notes where I might draw maps, where I might write questions that the notes on the right answer, where I might ask questions to myself to look up later, things I might not understand, or where I might highlight some big ideas that I'm noticing as I'm doing the reading. There's other things you can do on the left side, and it's really up to you. It's really to make the notes personal to you, to help you really make sense of what you're reading. So if you notice here, I put the heading into a question form. And this is an important thing that we're going to do with headings, because what we want our notes to do is our notes on the right hand side, we want to answer that question that we just wrote. So I took the heading Long Distance Trade and the Silk Road Network, and I turned it into a question: how did trade occur on the Silk Road? And so now it's just time to take my notes. What I'm doing is I'm simply trying to answer that question: how did trade occur on the Silk Road? And so as I'm reading, I'm just organizing what I'm seeing. So I'm reading, and then I'm just taking bulleted, numbered notes on the right hand side. So on the left-hand side of my notes, this is where I might write a recall question or a keyword, or I might draw a picture or a graph. This is based on the Cornell note-taking system that has you write recall questions there on the left side. So the recall question for this paragraph is: what factors reduced risks of long-distance trade? And this is something that as you're taking notes, as you're reading, you're thinking, what question is the author answering here with this paragraph? And how does this relate to this main idea in the heading that I've put into a question? And as you start to come across other ideas that don't lend themselves so well to bulleted or numbered notes, you can write those too, such as a graph showing that as the cost of trade decreases, the volume increases. So that's the basic strategy. You're reading, you're taking organized notes on the right hand side, answering the question of the main headings, and then on the left hand side you're asking recall questions. Maybe you're writing a question for yourself if you just don't know a term, such as where is Bactria? That's not a place today, so where is that place? You might write that there. in the left hand side so that later you can go and answer that question. You might draw maps to show ideas that you really can't show with bulleted notes. So you're just reading, you're taking organized bulleted notes, and on that left side you're summarizing that information in question form and pictures and graphs. So now let's talk about where the colors come in. The colors are representative of the 6 themes that we see in the AP History class. These themes are basically big ideas that we see again and again throughout the course. So you see here, theme 1 is humans and the environment. Basically, how do humans interact with their surroundings? The second theme is cultural developments and interactions. When we're talking about culture in AP World, we're talking about beliefs and ideas, religious beliefs, and how does this shape other things. Theme 3 is governance. How do different societies organize themselves politically? The fourth theme is economic systems, and we're going to see lots of different types of economic systems. It's basically, how do people trade goods? Theme 5 is social interactions and organization, and this is a little bit different from culture. This is more different classes of people, and how does society organize themselves? Not in a political sense, but in a social sense. Theme 6 is technology and innovation. So how do humans innovate to find solutions? So to make it easier, rather than memorizing all these themes, we've got an acronym, and it's SPICE-T. The S in SPICE-T is for social. So how does societies organize themselves? And you can see over here, there's different class structures. There's different gender roles. The P in SPICE-T is for political. So this is basically governance. How do societies govern themselves? The I is interactions with the environment, and this is going to cover the environment, but also things like disease, things like how do humans affect the environment, not just how does the environment affect humans. So deforestation, desertification. Okay, the C is for culture. Again, this is more beliefs. This is how do societies express themselves through art. How does religion come into play? The E is for economic systems, and the T is for technology. And you can see these different colors that we have represented for these different themes. So we can see for social, we're going to use blue. For political, red. For interactions with the environment, green. Culture is going to be orange. Economic systems, yellow. And technology, pink. So in our notes and in different things in this class, we're going to use these colors to show where we see these themes. So now I'm going back with color. I'm looking for themes here. The first thing I see is monsoon winds. So I'm highlighting that in green to show the interaction with the environment there. There's a lot of different forms of governance that we see in this reading. So I'm highlighting those, and I'm seeing there's connections between governance, political expansion, and economic expansion. So I'm highlighting that. Keep in mind as you're taking notes that there's really no right or wrong answers here. Notes will be checked and it will be for a grade, but I'm really wanting to see that you've interacted with the text, that you're getting the information down. You're getting the key events, the key things that are in the reading, and then that you're making it your own. You're using that left-hand side however best helps you. You're getting your colored pencils out. You're looking for these themes. And all in all, this is designed to help you take a massive amount of information that we're going to look at in AP History this year and organize it in a way that you can understand. So take a look at the rest of my notes for this first section of the textbook. Let me know if you have any questions, and have fun with this.